Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Auntie Jen, for the opportunity to come here. Pay my respects and acknowledgements to the Gadigal people, whose lands we walk on today, and whose lands we speak on and advocate on behalf of our people for. Yes, Ken, look, short answer to your question, old mate, the media doesn't give a shit about us. I think they've shown over the last 14 months that we've been walking the streets and trying to advocate for a better platform for Aboriginal people to work from. And Auntie Jen and the Redfern 10 Embassy has been providing that platform for housing. I think housing is a very important aspect. It's a very basic human right that all of us are entitled to as human beings, not as Aboriginal people, not as non-Aboriginal people, not as Asians or whatever. It's a basic human right that we're all entitled to as citizens of a society. Media is always going to ignore the pleas of Aboriginal people. They've ignored all the attention that's been given to the forced closures of our communities over in Western Australia. They've denied the rights of our children that have been continually ripped from our families' arms, from their communities, from their languages, from their cultures. They don't care. They don't want to come in, they don't want to talk to those families. They don't want to speak to those families and want to get the opinions and the concerns that those families need to air. We heard these politicians say that we need a more united stand from them to give Aboriginal people more rights and more control over our own destinies. And I think we do, ourselves, as Aboriginal people, need to unite ourselves and start to advocate what we are feeling out on the ground. Advocate the concerns, advocate the pain and the suffering that our communities and our children and our families are suffering out there. We need to start to unite ourselves and start to build up confidence amongst ourselves so that we can start to make these guys accountable for not doing the right things. They have an obligation to us as citizens of this community, of this society. They have an obligation as human beings to give us those basic human rights as Aboriginal people. And yet at every corner, at every road, they deny it to us. They deny to give it to us, and we alone stand back and we allow that to happen. We allow the control of these parliamentarians to dictate every aspect of our lives. And yes, it is about housing, it is about land, because these little pieces of paradises that you call home would not be yours if it weren't on the backs of us blacks. Yeah. Because we have too much suffering, we have too much genocide that's been happening in this country, so that you can build your pieces of paradise, that you can call home, that you can make a safe haven for your families, that you can provide a platform for a decent education for your children. You can provide a successful outcome for your children when they need that. We do not have that opportunity because we sit back and we are too complacent. We are too complacent and allow these people to dictate our lives to us at every step. So thank you, Auntie Jen, thank you to the Redfern Aboriginal 10 Embassy for making a stand against housing.